debating about who is the greatest. What you debating about? Taking for clout, I know. Who running your house without staking it out if you ain't really bout?
So y'all, we back with another video, man, on BHK. BHK 20, episode 16, bro. Let's get right to it, y'all. It's me, bro. That's how we got who. Crew. You don't do. So, going up against the New York Knicks. It's silly because Dennis Smith Jr. is about to take a tough shot, y'all. So it's silly, boy. Hey, I'm on a 15-game winning streak, boy. We about to do a 16-game winning streak. I'm playing against the New York Knicks on their home court. So, yeah.
I swear that it's always something. Get to it, I always want something. I swear that it's all a song. And out there always want something.
We got Beaver Condo, Beverly House Knicks.
They will keep trying to shine me. They do not have the amount yet. See, I come from a place where them don't usually amount. Boarded up houses across from the suburbs that's causing a feud like the northern and southern to fight for the because society got them running in your mothers.
Always a ton of style coming through the tunnel in New York City. The Knicks confident and composed as they get set to take their home court. And the
Yo, bro, y'all already know this.
Sponsored by Express Dresser. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
Hey guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Trez out there with Smooth. Then there's Jay. Then it's G. And it's Jordan in at the 5. And for the Knicks, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. And it's Robinson in at the 5. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is. Finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were
No,
going to be in.
Well said, exactly right.
Boy. You guys, Smith, you already know the time it
Here's
is.
Smooth, covered by Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Both good from the line that time.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale. Going up against the still imposing presence of DeAndre Jordan, coach said he's one of the all-time athletes at the center position. Right near the top as far as game dunkers, too. Kevin, they're trying to deny him deep position. Good look. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Picked his pocket. And here's the break. And that one is stuffed right through.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
Kevin and Greg, I'm telling you, that is he's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And that one, good. Smooth's got 8 points. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. We've seen Smooth really having a great game.
When he's getting to the rack all game, if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Trier passes to Smith. Outside Robinson. Looking to end the run. Doesn't go that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of score. Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence,
I'm going to take a real shot.
You know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, Smith is both a volume and efficient three-point scorer. I mean, he shoots a lot of them, but he makes a good percentage of them, too.
Here's Smooth, covered by Smith.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Knicks trail by 9.
With his face.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. From downtown, and the Knicks hit it in.
Yeah, Smith is a lights-out shooter, a laser, we call those guys, Kevin, and he's got a nice-looking stroke, too.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
There's the feed to Randall.
That's the defense.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. That one doesn't go.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing
It's
no
a
signs
It's
of
a
letting up.
game.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Hey, that's... Bro, why you...
And it's Smith with the assist that time. Randall's got his second bucket of the night.
And Kevin can't leave anybody open around Smith. I mean, he finds them quickly. Love his court awareness.
And what?
Wow.
No.
No. He just snatched that ball out my hand, bro. Oh, my.
Rebounded by the Nets.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
With his face.
You know, for a team like the Nets, building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise. And you can see the results paying dividends now.
Here's Smooth, covered by Smith. Smith with the defensive effort.
Oh, I've been watching this.
Here's Barrett. True on the 14-foot. Like you were talking about, the Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
Trier passes to Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nets leading by 10. Here's Smooth. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Smith.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
His face. You can see the frustration on his face.
To the wing right side.
Well, you can really see it on his face.
Here's Trier. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Smith, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And James throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Oh, these screens, chill out, bro.
And the dunk by Smith.
Bro, I got him with the screen, bro.
Movement from Smith in the pick and roll.
God,
really cunning and crafty, and excellent decision making in these sets.
Passes to Smooth. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you.
He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Oh, there's a more replay of this dunk right here, boy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Here's Smith. Again, the miss by Smith.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Robinson. Morris comes in for Julius Randle. Kevin Knox is checked in for Barrett. And Ellington is subbed in for Trier. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving comes in for Smooth. Smooth checked in for Kyrie Irving. Smith with a wide open look. No good on the quick three. Here's Smooth, and that one is hammered home.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
It's a 20-point game, bro. But that's a good defense.
No good, unable to end this run. Brooklyn leading by 20.
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
Passes to KD, and good that time.
KD, boy.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York.
His face.
The pass to Morris. Left side, Portis. Smith outside. Clock at 6. There's the triple. Drops in the tray. Smith's got 11 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it? Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Knicks trail by 21. Outside Portis. Morris outside.
And it's the defense.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. Durant with some nice D. Here's Portis. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. No one near James as he lets it go. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And their offense already.
Hey, yo, me, Junior James got a takeover. I got my takeover again, yo. See, I don't know the double T come.
And they're capitalizing on them, guys.
And y'all know the double T come
with this start offense.
Double T come for Junior James because he got the takeover T. So,
outside Portis.
Double T coming. So you even got a takeover.
Rejection by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Jay's checked in for Brooklyn. Jay.
7 seconds. Yeah. Y'all know what to do.
And it's good. With time running down on the shot clock.
Boy, I tell you what a well-designed play, executed beautifully, too.
And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big men to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination.
James gotta take over, so y'all need them teams coming.
Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
Smith outside.
Really having a difficult time getting anything to fall.
Boy, you've got to give credit to the defense. I mean, this is where.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside Portis.
Hey, boy.
Knocked away. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
Oh,
yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Pass to Knox. Morris, left side.
This is the
And Jordan
defense.
sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home, Jordan. Yes, sir.
That was incredible.
Oh, man.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish.
And that's what it takes, guys. Athleticism, coordination, and a bunch of confidence and fearlessness.
New York, no good that time either. All alone.
360, boy.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
That one falls.
I like how Smith goes right at the defense. Actually, I love his attack mentality. He's not shy about shooting it inside.
And he slams it one-handed.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player
His
of
face.
his caliber.
Hey, that's the defense.
The shot, no good. Jordan with some nice D. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go.
Just playing with poise and confidence
Confidence
as they
of the team
continue to put points
on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots,
Hey, boy.
not wasting possessions.
That's a bad court.
And here's Smith. 23 points for him the last game against
Hey,
San
boy.
Antonio.
And his passing also off
Yeah,
the charts
Jay.
in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's
Hey, boy.
what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Dude.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Oh.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. Their defense has been active and effective. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know,
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Smooth out there with Prez. Then it's G. Then there's Allen. And it's Jay in at the four-man position. Smith the pass to Morris. Back to Smith. Outside Portis. Down low. Out to Smith. This one for three. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Nets. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record.
The horse and wood. The horse and wood.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Save that one. Boys, I'm going to want to see that.
Oh, me too, right? Jaws on the ground all over this building.
I wonder how long he's worked on that. First, you got to think it up. Then, you got to bring it to reality.
Now, here's Ellington. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 5 to shoot. Here's Morris, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a glance at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top assist men over the past 10 games. Well, you look at Prez, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Count that one. Smooth's got 56 points in the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Ball's knocked loose. New York again turning it over. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup.
And one.
It just wasn't
and one, boy.
Level.
With the and one basket.
A way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past performance.
And New York making a change.
I'm getting the 3 points the old-fashioned way,
green backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined.
I'm just 4 shots.
Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's the call right. And I think in this it was a tough call to make on the floor. They got it right with the review.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
I'm getting the 3 points to old-fashioned, boy.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them
free.
And they've done exactly that.
Made them pay.
The Nets on offense.
I'm putting it on the show, boy.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And Randall throws it down.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle.
As a team, bro.
Pass to Jay.
Jay, what you doing? No, don't.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
2K, man. Just look at 2K.
To the middle, here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
I was on the phone.
And is working the weight room on full display there. Gibson is excellent at sticking with his shot despite the contact.
Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving comes in for Smooth. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. And Smooth subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
And Smooth is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there, probably until the third quarter.
Now, here's Barrett. T right on him. Trier. And it's blocked.
Get it over, boy.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Smooth. He got it again. Sensational.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficient.
Passes it to Randall. Back to Trier. Launches it. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Smooth. And good. There's another.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one.
His face.
Randall kicks to Barrett. Just 5 to shoot. Trier from long range. The three-pointer is right on target. Trier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Space, no.
Smooth passes to Jordan. It's deflected.
Well, you can't go up weak against Randall, otherwise he's going to block it.
Nets passing it around. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain it.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Another steal. Here's Smooth. And another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
I'm gonna take over again, yo. See, I know the double team's coming in first.
A finish, and he goes in for the dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Randall against Jordan. And the pass to Gibson. They need this. It's Gibson finishing it off.
I like the fact that Gibson did not settle for the layup there. He took it hard and threw it down.
Randall brings the double team. Outside Jordan. Pass to Jay. Here's Smooth. And no good that time. And New York the other way now. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Here's Smooth.
Of course.
It's good on the putback.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
KD comes with the double team. A 3 from Morris. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Bro, can y'all just stop double team?
Here's Smooth. He's defended by Randall. Here's Smooth.
See me.
Here's
like,
Jay.
Like,
Here's
just
Smooth.
2K.
And again.
81 on the night.
Alright.
Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
there is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire.
His face. Oh, he got my
Deep two from
ankles
Trier.
and stuff.
And yep, the drop just rolling around the rim.
Dude, watch
Trier's
this.
got 7 points here in
Just
this
watch this. His face. Yo,
Here's
his face,
Smooth.
though. He cannot
This
go.
game, an incredible scoring display for him. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
The finish was nice, but
the setup
was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stop.
Oh, he got my
You know,
ankles.
not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you
How you
draw
gonna let him connect with?
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with
2
2
hands
hands
on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient, nothing extra special there, just effective. Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Passes it to Morris.
Hey, that's a good
Rebound,
defense.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board.
Yeah. No, why would you?
Guys, that's putting it mild. They've been absolutely dominant.
Oh.
Here's Barrett. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, you really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
Here's Smith.
Get it out of this, boy.
It's out of bounds to New
Get
York.
out of
They'll
here.
retain possession.
Yeah, that's my
The
blood.
Ellington's checked in for New York.
Wayne Ellington.
Brooklyn on defense. And he lobs it up to
No.
the
Oh,
rim.
my.
And it's
Dude.
Smith finishing it off.
And the pass there floated
Oh, dude.
up to the
Y'all
precise
throwing
spot
lobs.
it needed to
You
be.
go
And
throw
no
lobs.
messing around on the finish.
Y'all
He
throw
powers it through.
lobs.
And that's an alley-oop
Y'all throw
that'll
lobs.
be loop to loop all
We
day
throw
long on the highlight reel.
What?
The pass to Smooth. Jordan trying
Please
to free
go.
himself up. Out to the right wing. Second shot
Please
opportunity.
go in. No.
Brooklyn now working with a new shot.
I'm nervous.
Clock.
I almost 10 shots.
And that one's good. James.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh,
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Smith drives in, and he makes good on the layup. Smith's got 19 points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And the one-hand slam just looks
So
so
pretty
pretty
when
when
it's
it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk,
He
even
won
at a
power
power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power. Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Smooth. Another bucket. Wow. That's 91, an incredible feat.
This is just flat out insane. That's musky, boy.
Oh, goodness. Where did that come from?
Oh,
That was beautiful.
what a punch.
I'm about to take over again, yo. So
it's
y'all
Smith
know
with the
the
ball.
double team
Brings it
is
up for the
coming
New
again,
York
bro.
Knicks.
It's coming again, bro. It's gonna keep coming when I get my takeover, bro.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, Dennis Smith Jr. so relentless in attacking defenders. Makes him hard to guard and to game plan for.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Oh, that's an
Old-fashioned rim
wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
platinum level highlight reel material.
That is showtime stuff there. Hey, this is the defense.
Sends it back. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Yo, Jordan guys take over now. So y'all know the double team is coming.
50 seconds left in the first half of the game. Portis, the pass to Ellington. Just 4 to shoot.
No. Hey, this is the defense.
The rebound by the Nets.
Bro.
Perez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He's been spending quite a bit of time at the foul line. This is trip number 6.
And how good has he been at the line?
He sure has been. I mean, you could tell that he had that nice rhythm right from the start. And, guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving comes in for Perez. Another steal. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
I was on playing a small. No, this is not working.
Called the Nets.
No, I'm not going to be playing at no small forward. I'm not gonna be playing as no small forward, bro. I'm not gonna be playing as small forward. That's not gonna happen.
$19 seconds left in the second quarter.
Look his face.
Smith with it. He's got 23.
No, bro, no. Don't let the clock run out of charge. Anyways.
On
his face.
Deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Nets out in front, delivering the blowout. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. Near flawless execution from both the defensive and offensive areas of their game triggered a 12-2 run to start things off. At the end of the first quarter, they found themselves way out on top. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game
is shooting 80% as a team, bro.
Over.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5.
No. Oh, my, of course. Nah, of course.
Smith and Trier, the tandem in the backcourt. And it's Barrett at the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now.
I know we don't have no slow starters, so you think, boy, don't play
and it goes on a bounce. Yeah. That one is off Smith.
Brooklyn ball.
Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Wednesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol. and the Toronto Raptors. And then
He's
on
not
Friday,
having a slow
they'll be
start,
matching
bro.
up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And from this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
His face, well, you can see the frustration on
Smith
Dennis Smith
outside,
Jr.'s
out
face.
to the right wing. Now, here's Barrett. James covering. Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws come out. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half.
And this is the defense.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Smith Jr. excels at putting the defense in tough spots. He's so explosive moving towards the rim.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. That one misses. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Smooth, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. New York's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's Smith. Can change shot, and Robinson with the layup.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Jordan trying to free himself up, and he gets the bucket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here's Smooth. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most.
He's trying to close this one out.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks. And Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Here's Trier. 9 points in the game so far. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, Barrett with it. Off target from 3-point range.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then take the shot.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Curry, I'm not playing
a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season, remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
Smooth checked in for the Nets.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
It's Robinson high post. He averages about 5 points a game. And it's Smith missing. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan. But some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Great one.
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
Barrett wide open, he fired. And the Knicks miss again.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall. It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Pass to Robinson. To the inside. New York moving it around. The shot's good from Smith.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Here's Smooth, covered by Smith. Here's Smooth. He doesn't hit that one. Randall with some nice D. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Knocks it loose, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
A moment here to check out some numbers for Prez. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. Second in assists, 11th in steals. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Pass to Randall. And the Knicks miss again.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Smooth. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Whoa. Hey, that's some cheese right there on the how that like that steal. So good.
Randall kicks to Morris.
Good boy.
Stolen in transition. Here come the Nets.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
New York's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
He's taking 2 shots.
New York, no good that time either.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it. Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Tipped away, nabbing another steal. His anticipation.
The whole team, boy.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stump.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
New York again turning it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Knicks.
Look at him, he don't know what to do.
Also changing it up. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Chase.
In your face.
Dinwiddie up in for Prez.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
The Knicks shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them.
I'm just getting steal after steal.
Here's Smooth, and it's Brooklyn scoring
steal
again.
After steal.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
A shot by Ellington, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Randall finds Ellington.
Space.
Back to Randall. There's the double team with Allen. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
That's a jump ball.
And the Nets with possession here. Gibson dishes to Ellington. They double him with James. Trying to get open is Gibson. And the Knicks miss again. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Boy.
That's a jump ball.
And so here is New York.
Wow.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Randall no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your...
Boy.
Mercy, mercy me. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one.
Let's keep it handy so we can see it again. His face. His face. Look at his face. Like, look at the frustration on his face.
Morris outside. 6 to shoot.
This is the defense.
Shoots over Dinwiddie. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly. From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Ellington dishes to Morris. Pass to Gibson. Here's Barrett.
This is the defense.
Not going to go that time. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Here's Smooth. Good. That's another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential they put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
James against Morris. Back to Ellington.
Hey, this is good.
Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Smooth. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Oh, he's putting on a show.
Ellington from outside. And James pulls it down. James has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. From deep three-point range. Let's keep it alive. Here's Smooth. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to him.
The pass to Barrett. Back to Ellington.
His face.
Three-pointer on the way. Barrett, no good.
One made three form for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Just look at 2K, fam.
Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. A prayer from beyond half court is off the mark.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
For the
trash, that's what.
Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Randall. Kevin Knox comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Dennis Smith in for Barrett. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Jay comes in for Kevin Durant. And Prez is subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Smooth, and he jams it with authority.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Here is Ellington. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. For three, Smith. Jordan with the rebound.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. And they've worked the ball around
so well tonight
for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Robinson passes to Portis.
Notice his face, though.
Here's Knox.
Yeah.
He gets it up. Off target. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We come back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Hold on, bro.
As we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. All fueled up and ready to go as we set the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jay out there with G. Then there's Smooth. Then there's Prez. And it's Jordan in at the center position. Here's Dotson. James covering. Ntilikina kicks to Dotson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Good on the shot. Smooth's got 4 this quarter.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
That's a girl name, boy.
Ntilikina can't hit.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Yo, no, get off me.
Here's Smooth. He's guarded by Bullock.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter.
Chicken nuggets. I eat chicken nuggets every single day.
Blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And just a little too lax with that possession. And it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the final. You like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Here's Ntilikina. Will it go? And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Yeah, I like the feel Ntilikina showed there. I mean, nice sense of where he was and what was available.
Bucket is good.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Hold on. All right. I got 45 dunks.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Three-pointer.
Stephen Curry.
That one, no good. The Nets go the other way with it.
He just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter. And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here.
I'm going to take over the
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I
I
hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling,
82% as a
continue to
team,
take
bro.
them.
Brooklyn's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. That one drops for him.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York.
That's a girl name, boy.
That's to Dotson.
Why do you have
New
a
York
girl
moving
name?
it around. Poke loose. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break and a strong finish with two hands.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
It's a winning flush, boy.
Oh, man. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Okay. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Brooklyn making some changes. Allen's checked in for James. Joe Harris comes in for Preds. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Smooth. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally want to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Pass to Ntilikina. Shot clock at 6.
Boy,
out of hand out, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's Dotson. Shot clock at 3.
They don't know what to do.
Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
8 seconds. Oh, you got 8 seconds left, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. 8 seconds left. Yeah. Hey, yeah. They don't know what to do.
Shot from the inbound. That one a little long. Brooklyn's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Yo, I'm playing. Oh, he got my ankles. You stop playing. Alright, I got 7 3-pointers. I missed 4.
Passes it to Portis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes.
They got to foul.
Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunies. Watching this, places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple of years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
And there's the pass to Knox. Back to Portis. To the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
No, that's the defense.
And the Knicks miss again.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Kevin Knox. It's the Nets now. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets here. My goodness.
Boy, I can't get enough of that, guys. I mean, he is a true rim wrecker.
He almost got his ankles.
He swipes the ball away again.
Steal after steal. He's been everywhere.
He's on a historic pace. Greg, he's approaching third most steals for a game.
Look at this steal on his face, like just his face.
Ntilikina looking it over.
They can't get to 100 points.
Pass to Gibson. Shot to stop the run. Rebound, Brooklyn. Smooth's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Again, what an avalanche!
And this game has his name written all over it.
He's been phenomenal in offensive.
I got trying to get to 200 points.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And continuing to cough it up here, the TO's threat to cost these guys the game.
Yeah, you want to get a shot every time down, even if it's a tough shot. Any shot is better than no shot. You just don't want to turn it over.
And New York making a change here. Robinson's checked in, and a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Chandler comes in for Jay. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for James. And it's LeVert in for Prez. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Jay comes in for Wilson Chandler. James checked in for Taurean Prince. And Prez is subbed in for LeVert. Here's Smooth. Takes it off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here's Gibson.
It's the defense.
And it's in there. Brooklyn's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
Kevin and Greg, I'm telling you, that is he's one of the few players in the NBA
who can pull something like that off. Hey, boy. Dude.
Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be.
I don't care if he's taking tough shots anyway. It's like look at this. Like, he 2 for 9 from the field.
Some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team.
I got time.
It's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players.
5 more points
to adjust
I'm at 200,
and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review
showing
players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age,
play
for sure,
defense,
with the use of
defense
iPads
is
and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either.
Kevin and Greg, I tell you what, safe to say that was a good-looking play from start to finish.
Here's Dotson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. It's the Nets now. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. New York's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's Smooth, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, if you don't
take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg.
That makes the turnover even more painful. What? You mean throw that at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas.
I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
The shot's good from Ntilikina.
He got
a girl name.
He looks like he's starting to
He got a girl name. He got a girl name, bro. His face too, like just his face. He look like a girl. He look like a girl.
Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become...
Another steal for him.
He's making history.
Big time throwdown with flavor.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Having another steal.
Just a suffocating defensive
Your
performance.
defense trash. You don't got clamps. You don't got clamps.
A new third
You don't got
place mark
clamps.
for most steals
You
in
don't
the
got
game.
clamps.
And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, bro. I'm open.
From outside the arc,
Whoa.
it's the 3-point bomb.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Yet another bucket.
I wouldn't believe if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. A new single game.
Yeah, boy.
History being made as we speak. Unbelievable.
And even in hostile territory, the fans have to respect what he's done here tonight.
You know, Greg, he's filling it up and giving them their money's worth with his terrific performance.
You know, this man's been lights out, and to put it simply, he's putting on a show, and he knows he's got the hot hand.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
Gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
Well, how many fouls I got? I got 4 fouls, right? Yeah. And I got 58. And I got 58 dunks.
Here's Robinson. New York moving it around.
Nope.
Dotson. It's good from long range. Dotson's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for the Knicks.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Brooklyn.
It was a standout performance across the
board.
I mean, it was like watching
a cat play for
with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns.
Hey, that's a good defense.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Smooth.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Robinson down low, guarded by Jordan. Robinson misses. Here's Smooth.
Slow. Yo, what? No.
Another shot, and got it. Another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
No, look that. No, I'm not for this. No, you're not running the clock out. No.
Deep.
I'm gonna take over again. Y'all see y'all need the Dochi come again. But the game over, so.
Here's Smooth. From deep three-point
range. At the buzzer, boy.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Perfect.
Boy, a fantastic performance.
235 to 88 is the final score, boy.
Always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they
got it done.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. With DeAndre Jordan, you were a big factor inside.
How many dunks I had? 59 dunks.
Tonight, how important was it to control the paint?
You know, we just wanted to set the tone defensively for our team. We knew they had some great guards.
35 rebounds.
Break defenses down.
That man had 35
you took
rebounds.
A lot of that away, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Next game, y'all, we going up against the Cavaliers. Playing against the Cavaliers on my birthday, bruh. November 25th. And the next episode will be my birthday. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I'm playing against the Cavaliers on my birthday, yo. So it's lit, yo. I'm turning 24 years old tomorrow. I'm gonna turn 24 years old tomorrow. I'm gonna turn 24 years old tomorrow. So, yeah, yo. For the bomb. Keep my number. Hey. I'm not playing with you. Musician, I came to Rex, you did. Alright, got that much VC. Y'all like this video, man, like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so you never just upload. Go follow me on PS4, y'all. Antonio 2593. Peace, y'all. Love y'all. Oh yeah, subscribe to my second channel, Antonio Piss. Alright, peace, y'all. Love y'all. I'll see y'all in my next video. It's lit, y'all.